Yesterday, 16th September 2018, Hong Kong suffered from the Super Typhoon called Manghkut that went past south of Hong Kong and went through the South Guangdong province of China. There was quite an extensive damage done to Hong Kong, mostly through trees falling down, but also some other constructions were damaged. There were injuries reported, and even today, on Monday, there's still a lot of disruption to Hong Kong. So yesterday, Hong Kong Observatory issued its strongest possible signal, number 10, which leads to the whole city being on hold. There were no transportation available at all. All work, all the public services, everything was cancelled, and all the citizens were advised to stay indoors. And this obviously affected also all the travel. There were no train services, no bus services, and the airport was closed as well. Over 900 flights were cancelled yesterday, and it will take a day or maybe 2 days for the airport to clear out all the backlog. And so for tourists, this is a really negative experience. Most tourists stay in Hong Kong somewhere between 4 and 5 nights. So if 2 days of your trip is affected by a typhoon, that means already half of your trip is affected by this weather. So today there are still disruptions to the transportation. Not all train lines are operating. Many buses are not operating as well. But at least the wind has calmed down and the rain stopped. In terms of managing visitors, this is why there are so many different risk and crisis management frameworks have been developed, as we discussed in one of our previous videos. So businesses are affected before a natural disaster strikes, during it, and also afterwards. Before the natural disaster occurs, tourists may cancel their trips or change their travel plans, so maybe they will stay shorter in the destination. During the event, there might be extensive damage to the businesses, and also tourists are prevented from taking or participating in activities. After the natural disaster, there are compensations to be issued in case of any damage to health or belongings of tourists, and also there is a need for long-term recovery of businesses. This is especially important if a destination is hit very hard and a negative image of a destination is created. Effective communication is one of the most important parts of crisis management. The communication needs to be established between relevant government departments, businesses, tourists, and even their families. The communication helps to prevent adverse impacts on the destination, and helps also to manage tourists and ensure their safety, that they don't undertake any unnecessary risk and are safe during the natural disaster. Hong Kong experiences typhoons every year, and every year it demonstrates how well it can manage adverse natural occurrences like typhoons, and so its image is always fine, and the business recovers very quickly after the typhoons.